And let's get it. I'm telling you right now, I've been in the trenches all day. It's funny when I come here and do these blitzes because I tell the team, I'm going to do a blitz about this time. And they be estimating. They say, when? I say, about 6 something. So they be like, well, maybe he'll get, I'm telling y'all right now, this project is off the charts. I done had a very emotional, powerful day in Yahuwah, translating his real word. For Yahuwah to give me and the team this project, this honor to do what we're doing, hey, it's just hard to put it into words. So shout out, my sister Mo is in the building. Love me some sister Mo. She got my back for real. My brother Daniel Bakote with that super, he got my back for real. Shout out to my sister, Ashley Spence. Ashley said, I'm glowing. You better believe it. I done been up on that high mountain with Yahuwah today. I've been way up. But I'm going to send some shout outs before we get this going. Real quick, Rush. Hey, we got my sister Rush here, Sister Queen. Sister Queen, Brother Larry. We have an appointment because Yahuwah has talked to me about you two. And I had to talk to my wife, Lena, about it yesterday. So, Sister Queen, Sister Queen, Brother Larry, send Lena a message to coordinate a private Zoom with me. All right. Shout out to everybody on here. We're in a blitz, so I don't have a lot of time to do a bunch of shout outs. I got to dive right into it. Y'all see the title. The Realest Isaiah, real name Yishaiyahu, which means salvation is Yahuwah. So the prophet, whose real name is Yishaiyahu, they changed it to Isaiah so that you would not figure out that the Savior is Yahuwah. Literally, his name says Yishai in Hebrew, in Abari, Hebrew. Yishai means salvation. Mashiach, the Savior, is Yahuwah. That's his name. There's no other name of a Savior than Yahuwah. And the number one most quoted prophet of all time is Yishaiyahu. And now that I just finished chapter 10 today of 66, I got 66 to get in with the team. Woo! Man, I got to 9, I almost ran out of the house. Right when I got to 9. And I was tore up at 1 through 8. How am I going to make it through 66? I know why Yahuwah has this man named Yishaiyahu, a prophet. I now know why. He's the most quoted prophet of all time, and I'm through 10 of the chapters. Come on, fam. I'm going to prove to you why. I'm going to prove it. Chapter 9, Yishaiyahu, the realest Yishaiyahu Isaiah you're ever going to hear. Has everybody hit the like button? Has everybody shared this? We got to do the basics. You can't come in here and take withdrawals without making some kind of deposit. All we're asking for is a like. We need the algorithm to go up. Why? We need souls saved. All these people getting fooled. Do you know the earth in English has never heard a real Isaiah chapter 9 ever? The earth. On all the earth, there's never ever been a time where they properly translated, and I'm willing to say, put some money up. Stop talking and misleading people. Man, I'm in this thing. I'm like, how come we didn't get this growing up? It's on. Watch. Then suddenly, there will be no more gloom for the land that has suffered. Yahuwah is bringing the fire on his people. If you think Yahuwah won't discipline you, you are out of your mind. If you think you can play games with Yahuwah, you are out of your mind. No wonder they hate the Tanakh. No wonder they hate the real teachings because they don't want to deal with discipline. They want to talk about all this woke stuff. They want to talk about all this stuff that is against Yahuwah. They don't want to hear about discipline and righteousness. They don't hear about that. The whole world wants to go in a different way. And because they went in that crazy ass different way multiple times over the history of time, Yahuwah lights them up every time. He not one time doesn't light the people up when they go off track. This is for real. And I'm telling you, he only is given the chance to the descendants of Yaakov. This is how deep this is getting. Everybody was thinking all these different names. It's really coming down to whatever Yaakov did with Yahuwah. That's what it's coming down to. Then suddenly there was no more gloom for the land that has suffered. In the past, Aluah made the people in the land of Zabulon and Naphtali be full of shame. However, in the future, y'all don't understand. We are the future. We are the future. Hey, that word future, the realness of it was like morsels. It was appetizers of it over time. It has now come into full effect that we are the future. I promise you, we're the future. With everything I know, with 30 plus years of scholar training, knowledge, I'm telling y'all that we're this future. He will make the land great. The land stretches all the way from the sea to the far side of the Jordan, side named Jordan River, and to Galil, where his people do not live yet. So that sign from Galil was for the Goyim, the Gentiles. That means he's going to stretch it all over the world through a remnant. Hold on. Now, those people live in darkness, but they will see the great light, capital L. Who is the light in the Berit Hadash? That's Yahusha, who is Yahuwah. Every time you hear light in this manner, it's talking about Yahuwah Mashiach, every time. The place where they live now is very dark. But a light will shine on them, capital L. Yahuwah Mashiach. Aluah will cause the nation to grow and multiply. That's us. You're watching it through this channel. You're watching it through the Promote the Truth platform. We're the multiplication. Y'all better pay attention. Aluah will make the people happy, and they will show their happiness to him. See, when we make him happy, Yahuwah, the Aluah, is going to make us happy. How come? Because there's a group of people that go to get right from can't get right. Watch. It will be like the joy that happens during the harvest time. It will be like the joy that happens when they take what they have won in war. You think we ain't supposed to stand up and fight? You think you supposed to lay over, turn the other cheek and get beat down into oblivion? No. Yahuwah is a man of war. It will be like the time when Aluah defeated Madim. He will take away their burden. He will take away the heavy yoke off their backs. He will take away the rod the enemy used to punish them. Man, some of us been getting our tails whooped forever. Hey, listen, give yourself some credit. You still here. You holding on. You figured out a way how to keep going, and this world is crazy. That's blasphemous. You living in an adulterous filth time in the world. This is like the times of Naha. They trying to call what's righteous bad and what's bad good. Come on. Woo! He will take away the rod the enemies used to punish his people. All the enemy's armor and armed men will be destroyed. Every uniform stained with blood will be thrown into the fire. All these Yahuahs that they killed over the years, over the centuries, hey, they're going to be thrown into the fire. They're going to fuel the fire. Hey! Stop. Time out. Wait a minute. We done got to verse 6. Yahuwah! We done got to the real Yishaiyahu. Chapter 9. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. We done got there. What did they mess around and let us, the real ones, get to the real translation of Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6? Hearing it in its purest form for the first time ever in English. Here we go. Put some fire emojis in the chat. I can't give y'all this one yet. I need about 30 seconds worth of fire emojis. Once we get them fire emojis in the chat, we're going to blow up and light this world on fire. This date is going down in eternity because the truth is being proclaimed throughout the nations. We on the www, the World Wide Web, where we can speak this. And I'm so thankful to YouTube and Google for setting this platform up. Who would have ever known they would be the conduit to bringing Yahuwah back? Don't hate on them. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Show them some love. Show them some appreciation. Let all those who do evil continue to do evil. Let them. But right now, with these fire emojis that's done lit up the chat, I'm going to speak the real Yishaiyahu 9:6. Woo! Woo! In the future. See, he's got, well, Yahuwah been tearing them up, been beating them down, been disciplining his people like crazy. And then it says, in the future, a child will be born to us. A son will be given to us. Capital C in child. Capital S in son. All authority will be on his, capital H, his, shoulders, capital S, shoulders. He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Yahuwah, Ruah. Yahuwah, Ruah. He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Powerful Aluah. Oh, they ain't got that word right. I had to get it right. They put mighty, they put all the, hey, the real word there is powerful Aluah. Who? The child. The child. Plenty. Hey, Plenty. Carolyn, it says the child. The son would be called the powerful Aluah. Wait a minute. In this one verse, it says that this in the future. Come on, Davey. Elmer. Come on, Miss Q, Sophia. I got tears in my eyes. I'm tore up, buddy. Buddy, hey, I'm tore up. Woo! It says in the future, a child will be born to us. A son will be given to us. All authority will be on his shoulders. He will be called the Wonderful Counselor. That means the Yahuwah, that's Yahuwah Ruah. What did he say when he was on earth as Yahusha? He says it's better than if I go. It's better I go. And if I go, I will send to you a what? A counselor. Come on. He said, I'm going to send a counselor. How we going to stay in here, Denise? How we going to make it through this session when it said that he will be called a wonderful counselor? And he come in the future say, I'm going to send you a counselor. And then on the day of Shavuot, he came down. Woo! He came down. Man, I'm giving you the original translation. Wait, what's his name? Wales said, can you give the original translation? Listen. Over on Facebook, he said, can you give the original translation? I'm giving you the original translation. Are you listening to the words coming out of my mouth? Man, don't even trip. The true snipers are on the roof and they ain't playing with nobody. Not on this verse. Come back and trip if you want. It says in the real original, he gonna be called the Wonderful Counselor. And then that second one, that second description of him, Shannon, Tay, it said in the second description, he gonna be called the Powerful Aluah. What? What? The most quoted prophet of all time. Yishaiyahu. Salvation is Yahuwah is his name. It said that this child, this son, will be the Wonderful Counselor and the Powerful Aluah. What? Then it says, Darrell, what? Hey, how we gonna deal with the third description of him? What are y'all gonna do? All you haters in the building who are trying to deceive the people, you can't get around the third description. Woo, the second one is already crazy. It's already off the hook. It's already shocking your brain that this child, this son, will be called the Powerful Aluah. There's only one powerful Aluah, that's Yahuwah. Then, in this same verse, it says, Eternal Father. What? It says that the child, who is the son, is also described as the Eternal Father. Man. Need some mango juice on that one. What? The son, the child that's the son, is also the what? He's the what? The Eternal Father. Shout out to Lizzie. But that's super. Can y'all believe that? Who is this child? Who is this son that Isaiah, the most quoted prophet of all time, when the people been going through heck and high water, and now he's saying, hey, I know you've been beat down. I know you've been disciplined beyond all recognition. I know you hold on by just a thread. But I'm telling you that one day in the future, a child's going to be born. A son's going to be given to us. And they're going to call this child and this son the Wonderful Counselor, the Powerful Aluah, and the Eternal Father. And also, to put some icing on top of the cake, he's going to be called the Prince of Peace. Who is that? Who is the Prince of Peace? All the haters in the building, they gonna claim the name Yahusha. And all the pagans in the building, they gonna claim the name Jesus. And all the other haters, they gonna claim Allah, Krishna, Buddha. They gonna claim all this other stuff. But as for me and my house and this platform, we say the Prince of Peace is Yahuwah. Come on. Who is the child? Who is the son that is called the Wonderful Counselor, Powerful Aluah, Eternal Father, and the Prince of Peace? Come on. Where y'all going? You gonna try to escape? Stay there. Power and peace will be in his kingdom, and there will be no end to it. It'll go forever. He will come through the throne of David. He coming through the throne of Dewey. That's how we know there ain't no such thing as a virgin birth. No such thing as a virgin birth. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Because Yishaiyahu said he coming through the throne of Dewey. And Yusuf is from that throne. We can't pin down no evidence that Mary is from that lineage. We know for a fact that Yusuf is. He coming through the throne of Dewey and will rule over Dewey's kingdom. He will establish it and make it strong. That's us. By ruling with justice. Come on, fam. He gonna rule with justice. He gonna rule with justice and with righteousness forever and ever. The loyal love from Yahuwah of hosts will make this happen. Woo! Who doing it? Who's doing it? Who's in the back of all of this? Sitting in the cut. Letting everybody squirm. Letting everybody move around. But he's sitting there in the cut. And Yahuwah said, I am the one who's doing it this way. I'm the one going to do it this way. I'm coming as the son, says Yahuwah. Yahuwah of hosts is the one who made this happen. The master sent a word. Then, after he did all this, y'all better pay attention. That's how I know we're the ones. Hey, we are one of them ones. Hey, we ain't one of them ones over there. We're one of them real ones. This is unbelievable. Right after Yishaiyahu says this, it clarifies and says, hey, I believe he said it because he was sending a warning to figure out who's going to hold on to the max and not give up. Who ain't going to get distracted? Who ain't going to get torn away? Who's not going to let mama and daddy and uncles and aunts and grandma and granddaddies and brothers and sisters and cousins and friends distract them and take it away from them? Who? Woo! Who's going to be the ones? He says the master sent a word against the descendants of Yaakov. Man, he focused on Yaakov. Because they was tripping right then. Most of them. Almost all of them was tripping. The message says that Aluah will judge Yisrael. Then all the people in Yisrael and the Aparim, as well as the Shamaranim, Samaritans, will know that Aluah punished them. Those people are prideful and stubborn, like a lot of people we see out there now, that they refuse to believe that Yahuwah is the only Mashiach. They refuse to believe that Yahusha is Yahuwah. They will say, the bricks have fallen, but we will build it back up again with cut stones. The small sycamore trees have been cut down, but we will replace them with great cedar trees. However, Yahuwah makes the enemies of Ratzin, Yahuwah makes the enemies of Ratzin come up strong against them. Yes, he will stir up their enemies. The Amorim will come from the front, and the Palestine, the Philistines, they are going to come from behind. They will devour Yishaiyahu and his armies. Woo, woo. But all of Aluah's anger is still not satisfied. He said, no, hold on. So you see, he gonna send a child. He's saying, I'm telling you what's gonna happen. But before it happens, because y'all been so buck wild, y'all been so rebellious, you can't get out of the punishment of Yahuwah if you turn against him. And back then, they had a shot. You call on Yahuwah now, and you turn against him, he don't even play. Look what he was doing then. Now that he came to the earth and he went through all that scourging, he ain't playing with you or me. He will cut me off that fast if I don't hold tight and guard his commandments. I'm telling y'all that right now. I'm telling you, I live my every day in front of them commandments. You ain't got to worry about me. You better focus on you. You ain't got to worry about me. Because I know I'm teaching, preaching, and I am transcribing what the consequences are of going against Yahuwah. He said, hey, his anger ain't satisfied. He said, I'm going to send all this heat against you. But I ain't done yet because you won't get it. His hand is still raised to punish the people. Yet, the people have not returned to the one that disciplined them. They have not sought after Yahuwah of hosts. He said, I done beat y'all down like this. You know what you're supposed to do. You didn't do it. I let you get your tail whooped. Huh? But you still ain't returning to me. Therefore, Yahuwah will cut off Yisrael's head and tail. He will take away both the branch and the stalk in one day. The elders and, hold on. The elders, and y'all see me stop doing that? That's because I forgot to put an S in there. Before the team can get in there review. This is how fresh this is. They ain't even got here to dig on this yet. This is raw. This is just translated. This is me coming up out of it going, hey, we better get it together. We better know who we are, and we better understand these warnings, and we better walk in our power. That's how I'm coming up out of this. The elders and the important men are the head. Remember he said, I'm going to cut off the head, and I'm going to cut off the tail. Then Yahuwah tells us who is the head. He said the elders and the important men, the one up there in them robes and garbs, they're the head. The prophets that speak and teach lies are the tail. He said, I'm cutting off all the important dignitaries, the government officials that don't understand that I am Yahuwah and y'all don't show me no respect. The day is coming. I'm cutting you off. He's cutting off all the prophets that speak lies. Those that have been leading the people have led them to do wrong. All those who follow them will be destroyed. Hey, get the hell out of them churches. He said everybody that follows somebody that's teaching the wrong way, guess what? You're going to be destroyed with them. There's going to be no pity on you because you didn't go find Yahuwah. Back it up. Remember, he said, they don't seek me. They don't look for Yahuwah. So I'm cutting everybody off. And if you end up going for the okie doke, I'm going to burn you up too, says Yahuwah. Hold on. I'm about out of here. Those that have been leading the people have led them wrong. Therefore, the master is not happy with their young men. He will not have compassion on their orphans and widows. All of the people there are profane and evil. They all speak lies. So Aluah's anger has not turned away. His hand is still raised and ready to strike the people. Evil is like a small fire. Little bit of evil is like a small fire. First, it burns weeds and thorns. Next, it burns larger bushes in the forest. Then everything goes up in a column of smoke. The wrath from Yahuwah of hosts is very hot. So the land will be burned up. All the people will be burned up as fuel for the fire. No one will try to save their family. People will grab something to eat with their right hand, but they will still be hungry. They will eat something with their left hand, but they will not be satisfied. Then each person will turn and eat the flesh of their own arm. Yahuwah said, I'm going to make this so tough on them that these people they were eating their arms, fam. They were eating their kids. He took away, they couldn't get no food. The land was jacked up. They started eating their own flesh, eating their kids. They was jacked up. Hold on. Manashah devoured Aparim, and Aparim devoured Manashah. Then together they turned against Yahudah. Even then, the wrath of Aluah did not stop. His hand was still stretched out. Hey, why am I telling y'all this? That's the end. Why am I telling you what I'm telling you? Because Yahuwah cut them people into pieces. But I want you to remember, he said in the future. Now, the next chapter, I wish I could go over it right now. Woo, woo! Oh, I got to come back and do one tomorrow. I think I got to do it. Hey, y'all put it in the chat if y'all want me to do another Blitz tomorrow and do chapter 10. Because chapter 10 going to give us a solution. Because right now we sitting here like, what the heck? Yes or no? Right now we like, whoa, Yahuwah. Chapter 10 in the true scripture is going to give us the solution. And it's going to prove that we are the ones. Try to shake me off of being the one. Man, everybody. My wife know. My son know. Y'all don't get it right, I'm going without you. I'm following Yahuwah and his word and his truth. Don't distract his ways. Y'all want one tomorrow? Put some fire emojis in the chat. I come back in here with 10 tomorrow. Mess around. I come back in here with 10 tomorrow. You know. You know, if you've been around a little bit, you know what just happened to you, right? You know for a fact you got